Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So I'm just waking up, but I did kind of wake up with a certain concept on my mind, and I kind of wanted to discuss masculine and feminine energy, right? So in life, there is masculine energy and there is feminine energy. And in order for all of us to maintain the best possible balance and harmony in our life, we need to have a good balance of the masculine and feminine energy, and what I mean by that is it doesn't matter what gender you are. Every gender, it doesn't matter who you are. We want to have that yin and yang energy. It's represented by like a yin and a yang, or a Sri yantra, or in different cultures they have different symbols spiritually to represent that we need to have balance in our life. And what I mean by this is, or what I wanted to add to this is that if you grow up around a certain predominant energy, so say let's just use me for example. If I wasn't as close to my father, if I wasn't as connected with him, I wasn't around him as much. Instead, I was just engulfed in feminine energy around females, right? With very just girly sort of, yes, feminine energy. It left me a little off balance, right? Because I didn't have a balance when I was younger between the feminine and masculine, and so that left me feeling unbalanced. And so subconsciously I would go look for that masculine energy in other ways from other people. That is why a lot of the time I end up being so passive and not able to kind of step up to that aggressive, or I shouldn't even say aggressive, but more like assertive role. Like there's a time and a place. And what I mean by there's a time and a place, there's a time where you do want predominantly feminine energy in whatever activity you're taking place in, or you want more masculine energy. So for example, if you're listening to a friend talk about grief, for example, this is something that's super emotional, super damaging. You don't want to be super masculine with your response to them venting. You want to have a lot more compassion. It's life and death, and we're here on earth. Yep, it's natural. People die all the time. I get where you're coming from, but we gotta just toughen up, get over it. That is going to be hurtful to somebody that's grieving. They are not going to want to hear that. That's going to be not very compassionate of you, right? And that's kind of like an example of a negative masculine overload of energy, when you just are operating solely from one place, not having balance, or having an overload of feminine energy, being in times where you need to be assertive and stand up for yourself. You're not able to do that. You're just kind of stuck in this passive, feminine kind of place of energy, and you can't rise to that call. You can't rise to what you need to do. You may just want to go paint in the woods all day, or do yoga in the woods all day. But in reality, you need to take action. You need to go fulfill your responsibilities. And if you don't have that balance, it's just not good. You want more balance in your life. So, the masculine energy is more in the vibration of, take action, take charge, get out there and do something, being assertive. It doesn't mean like anger or aggression, or, it just means that more firm role, right? Opposed to like the vibration of the feminine, which is more like lucid, more kind of go with the flow, go with your emotions, go with your feelings, kind of that more creator type energy, opposed to that leading type energy, right? And don't get me wrong, think about all the different kinds of people that are out there, right? And people that have a good balance, and you also know people, we all have that female friend that's out there on the wrestling team. She's, a tomboy hanging out with the boys, doing all the guy stuff, right? Because it doesn't matter what gender you are. It matters what type of energy is predominant in your vibration, right? And then, or you could have, a male role, a man, and he could be just very passive, very timid, very, feminine energy, like go with the flow, more lucid. So what we can do to help balance our situation and help add more balance to our lives is that if you know predominantly how you grew up, so just assess for a moment what kind of energy you grew up in. Did you have a good balance? Did you have more masculine? Did you have more feminine energy? And if you have a lack of a certain energy, you can add in certain things to your day to kind of get that part of you pumped up, right? So for example, me, knowing that I have an overload of the feminine energy, I want to add more masculine things into my day to kind of balance out that energy instead of trying to seek it from an external source. In the past, I've looked to balance out that energy through somebody else, through like a partner. And I'm always I was looking for something I was lacking in them, right? But instead, how you can handle it in a healthy manner is instead you can add certain things to your day, to your personality, to your likes and your needs that are masculine. So I'll take a kickboxing class, I could shooting, whatever, right? Add things into your day or your life that are the opposite vibration. So if you're a man that's or a woman that's overly just masculine energy, you can go out and do things that represent more of the feminine energy. And what I mean by that is you can, maybe do something a little more lucid that gets you going with the flow. Stimulate your creative energy. Do some art. Do some, yoga. Do some things that get you a little more in your head, a little less assertive, right? You can do things and add things into your day, into your life that counteract that kind of, balance it out instead of tipping the scale. So that's just my 2 cents, you guys. That is a tip to help kind of add balance to your life, balance to your day, just kind of food for thought about the male and female energy. You can look up the different cultures and their beliefs about balancing out that feminine and masculine energy. So until next time, my friends, sorry about the sleepy face, but have a good one. So I also wanted to just add really quick that I have a website down below if you want to contact me further. I also have a Facebook group for like-minded individuals that wanted to just be around other like-minded individuals and discuss these topics and discuss these things. That's an option. I also have an Instagram, so all those links are below, and I hope you all have an amazing day. Namaste.